Guys, Trump is in Korea right now, and Trump is going to destroy entire nations. So he was just awarded the Silla Dynasty crown. It's a replica, but it's a beautiful golden, extremely ornate gold crown of the Silla Dynasty from Lee Jae-myung, the president of Korea. And what's that going to do to trade relations? What's that going to do right up until he meets Xi Jinping tomorrow from China? Absolutely nothing. He still wants $50 billion from Japan and Korea separately. So like $500 billion from those two countries. It's literally tariff extortion. So now, if you can predict the next move, you can front run it and make millions, hundreds of millions. This is your generational George Soros shorting the Bank of England opportunity. So what's next, and how do you make 20, no, 30, maybe even 50 times your money? So if you do something if you invest $50 million, or if you invest $1 million, you'll end up with 50 million. This is literally generational, life-changing money. $100,000 ends up being $5 million. All right, so how? Real simple. All you have to do is long the US dollar and short NASDAQ, and you will end up, if you start at about 200 to 300x leverage, you will end up with at least 7 times your money, closer to 10, 15, maybe even 30 times your money. Here's why. $250 billion is literally 15% of Korea and Japan's GDP. 15% of gross domestic product, not net, gross domestic product. It is physically impossible to pull that much money out of the economy. Unless money printer goes brrr. That would make Japan's money and Korea's money worthless. This is where the flight to store of value occurs. The two biggest Asian economies are going to run towards the US dollar, which is currently at 97 cents. Now, on the sidelines, remember that tariffs are anywhere from 30 to 70%. When Asia's two biggest countries run to the US dollar, guess what happens to the price of the US dollar? It's going to pump 30 to 70%, which means that the United States public is not going to feel any of the tariff pressure because their money is going to be that much more powerful than the tariff. So it's going to feel the same way. Milk is still going to cost exactly the same. Rice is going to cost exactly the same. Beef, everything's going to cost exactly the same to everybody in America, but not to everybody else in the world. It's the only way to impose tariffs on all Americans without Americans feeling anything. Kind of brilliant, actually. Now, this is the part where you get rich. When the US dollar goes from 97 cents to $1.80, $1.80, you know what's going to happen to NASDAQ? It's going to drop. It's going to drop 50, 60%. It's going to be Armageddon level destruction. Want me to trade it for you? Contact me. I'll trade it for you. Be the next George Soros.